So again, as we watch this video here, huge question, who's dragging a 2-year-old to some stranger's doorstep and abandoning the poor little guy? Well, now we know this woman is not the boy's mom, but mom's friend. And she's supposed to drop the little guy, little Royal Simmons, at Dad's house. Instead, she dumps him off at the wrong house, Dad's neighbors next door. Dad finds out and he's fuming.
What if my neighbor wasn't there? If my neighbor wasn't there, my son would have been roaming up and down the street.
That was very irresponsible. And I feel the lady who dropped my son off, she need to be held accountable.
All right, so we got to say this. Look at that cute little guy. That's him staying at the neighbor's house, getting a little rest. Little Royal Simmons, that's okay. Again, spent some time at the neighbor's before being placed in foster care. Dad is mad at the mom. Mom and dad mad at the friend. That friend who dropped off the little guy could be charged with felony child endangerment. I want to bring in his former prosecutor, criminal defense attorney, and also host of Law and Crime. There he is, Bob Bianchi. So let's talk about this friend. And I said could face a felony child endangerment charge. You think that's what's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, well, in Texas law, you're looking at child abandonment, Mike, or child neglect. And there's varying degrees as to whether or not it could be anything from a probationary sentence up to 20 years in state prison. Now, as a prosecutor that actually made these calls and these decisions, since the kid was not harmed, I don't think the prosecutor is going to go on that high end. But I think he will send, the prosecutor, he or she will send the message that they need to deter this kind of conduct. So I expect her to be charged, probably a probation, maybe probation, some county jail time.
Okay, so you seeing playing, because that's what everybody wants. So what's the best and most proper punishment? You're seeing probation, and again, she's smiling here. Who knows where she was going? I mean, Bob, we're talking 23 seconds. That's all it took for her to dump off this 2-year-old and couldn't even have waited another 10 seconds for somebody to even answer the door.
You know, Mike, if it wasn't for stupidity and things of this nature, we wouldn't have jobs. But, you know, this is like, there's something in the backstory of this, Mike, though. She's running to that door. She looks panicked. She's knocking on it. She runs away. She gets in the car. She speeds off. I'm waiting to hear her side of the story here. Nevertheless, it's not going to be a defense for her. But as a prosecutor, you look at mitigating circumstances. The child wasn't hurt. But, I mean, it's really outrageous conduct. And thank God, you know, you look at that kid's face. He looks panicked in fear, and thank God somebody answered the door.
No, I mean, just think of the innocence of a little 2-year-old, and you can kind of see it, even though that's, you know, doorbell video. He's just dumbfounded. He's like, you know, you're leaving me alone here, basically, is the heart of a little 2-year-old. From what we gather, again, little guy, little Royal is back with mom. Mom and dad sounds like they have issues. They're going to have to work out custody issues. What do you think's going to happen on that front?
Well, listen, right now the kid is in Child Protective Services and foster care. They're going to do a full vetted investigation. The general goal of Child Protective Services, though, Mike, is to reunite the child with the parents. So we don't know why she was in the hospital. If it was something for like drugs or alcohol, well, that's going to be a problem for her. But if she had a medical event and she surrendered the child to which she believed to be a responsible adult, I don't think there's going to be much difference in the custody. They'll reunify the child with the parents.
Yeah, from what we gather, and that's mom there. The mom's mad at friend. She was talking to an affiliate, and she said something like a misunderstanding. But again, this could have been really a tragic misunderstanding with a 2-year-old just standing in front of somebody's house in the middle of the night. Okay. Hey, Bob, thanks again. Bob Bianchi joining us there on the story for us.